Are you happy to see me as much as I am to see you? At least knowing I'm going to see you down in the comments below. Yes, we are back and we are reviewing How to Get Away with Murder season number 4. I am your girl Talisa Rae. Welcome back to my channel, baby. I want to tell you the truth. I have missed you. It has been a little dry without you. Y'all don't like my other videos, but I'm hoping you here for this review. If it's your first time visiting my channel, what's up? What's up? What's up? All you need to do to become part of my family is click the subscribe button. It is free and you too could be a ray of sunshine. A ray of sunshine, what? We live in light and truth, but easily could do 100 in the shade. That means we could be super petty if we need to, but we choose not to. We like to tell you the truth how it is without being petty. Like, what? Bitch, you heard me. For those of you who have been rocking with me already, who are already shining in light and truth with me, you are a ray of sunshine. You know I love you in real life. I am forever grateful to and for you. Thank you for rocking with me. So yeah, I got a second job. I'm sorry that this is late. I'm gonna try and do better next week. I want it to come out like on Friday morning, like boom. You know what I'm saying? If I could do it Thursday, I would. So just real quick, you remember season 3 of How to Get Away with Murder? We wanted to find out who killed Wes, right? I mean, that was the big thing. And we saw snippets of Wes and really how the other students didn't have a good relationship with him, how Laurel and him had fallen in love. We found out that Laurel was pregnant. We thought a lot of people killed him. We thought that maybe fucking Frank killed him. We thought that Connor killed him. We thought that Nate might have killed him. Honey, we thought Denver might have killed him. Honey, we were thinking people left and right might have killed Wes. We thought the Mahonies were responsible for Wes's death. Not only that, we found out that Daddy, Papa Mahoney, was not Wes's father, but it was baby Mahoney. Charles Mahoney was actually the father of Wes. Okay, like what? I mean, we got all kind of tea last season, all the way up and through, seeing that Dominic was the one who actually killed Wes. And he killed Wes. Why? He is the goon of Laurel's dad. And why can't I think of his name? If you know his name, put it down in the comments below. But we found out that Daddy Escobar, that ain't his last name, but you know, because I'm thinking Narcos, you know what I'm saying? We saw that he was the actual culprit who put the hit on Wes and told Dominic, go kill Wes. Now, we don't know why, and you and I know, right? But the rest of the team, they're still speculating. They don't know who killed Wes. And, Annalise was like, the Mahonies didn't do it after she spoke with Stephanie. Is that the mama's name, Stephanie? Y'all, listen. Sylvia. Her name is Sylvia. We also saw Miss Atwood. We don't know how much she played a part in that whole setup. But we know she was in New York. I mean, like, okay, oh, no, that's still last season. We know that she was in New York. We know that Laurel's daddy is in New York, baby. We know that from when, she ran into Dominic outside of the club when she was going to kill Charles Mahoney for thinking that he killed Wes. I'm giving y'all the recap as quickly as I can about that, because I think we need to know where we left off before we go forward. And I should have did a whole video just on a recap, but love me, okay? Love me and all my flaws. Yeah, Miss Atwood, who was fucking Nate, framed Nate, she was with the shit. So I think that he told her, hey, you better do this for X, Y, and Z. I really feel like that's going to come out. Okay, so here we are. How to Get Away with Murder, season 4, episode number 1. I got to go away for a while, or I'm going away for a while, whichever one it is. Well, when we first see it, we see Annalise and she's writing letters, right? She's writing letters to the students, and we don't know what the letters are about. Not quite yet. We're speculating, not really knowing what it is. She sends them all a text message that says, hey, meet me at this fancy to-do restaurant tomorrow at 8:30. I want to talk to you, okay? Now, they show us her a few weeks before, or a week before, 1 week before. Y'all, if I'm looking down, it's because I wrote notes. And this is from last night. And y'all, the way my brain is set up with this new job. Okay, baby. So I'm trying to keep this short, under 20 minutes. First people we see is Laurel. We see Laurel and her dad, right? We see Laurel and her dad at the school, and her dad is all like, why, she's all like, why are you here? You made Dominic come and see, you made him run into me. You made me invite you down here. I don't want you to see where I live. It's a mess, and she gets a text message from Annalise, but she goes into this moment of like tears, you know what I'm saying? This moment of vulnerability with her dad, and she tells her dad that she was pregnant. And he was like, well, whose is it? Is it Frank's? See, now here's my thought. Since we know who Daddy Escobar, that ain't his name, but though we know that Daddy Escobar is responsible, I'm all like, is he a low-key racist? Like, does he got that brown-black thing going? Like, what's his issue? What's his issue? What is his issue with Wes? I need to know what his issue with Wes is. And because he instantly went to Frank, like, was Frank the one? Was Frank the daddy? And he was like, no, it was Wes. But you can see the daddy's expression change. And I want y'all to know that man is fine. That's one fine Latin man, honey. He could get it. Anyway. So she tells her dad that she had an abortion. Now, when she said that she had an abortion, I don't know how I felt about that. I don't know if I was feeling like, why would she do that? Or was I feeling like it's a woman's prerogative? Or maybe that was a good decision. I can't even see why. And I wrote down here, what was his beef with Wes? Like, that really is bothering me. What is his beef with Wes? Then we go and we see Connor and Oliver. And if you remember last season, Oliver had asked Connor to marry him. And we pick right up there at a gay bar, and there are straight heterosexual women in there at the gay strip bar, and Connor's a little offended by it, like it's a circus, this is not how it's supposed to be, blah, blah, blah. And, Oliver's like, marry me. He's all like, no, period, no, okay? And Connor gets the same text message, and he says, Annalise wants to see us all tomorrow at dinner. Oliver looks at his phone, and he's all like, well, I guess not me, Because really, Oliver, you were on the payroll, but you weren't an intern. You know what I'm saying? So I really think that she's actually going to keep him employed because, okay, I'm going too far. Back up. Because when I was looking at it, I was like, really? You're not part of the gang. You know what I'm saying? You're not really in the crowd with the interns. You weren't part of any of the mess ups, the killing of Sam, the killing of Asher's dad. You weren't in the midst of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you're not really in, but you in, but on the outside in. Y'all ever been like that? Hanging out with people, and then there's a circle, and you're like, you're a friend of a friend, so you really don't fit in with them and their jargon and how they hang out. So you're in, but not really. You know what I'm saying? You know what they're talking about, but they're not talking to you. That kind of thing. That's a fucked up feeling. So the next thing we see is Annalise on the plane. Annalise is on the plane, and this fine black man is talking to her. Very distinguished looking fine black man is running his mouth. Y'all know when you get on the plane, you don't want to be fucking talked to. Don't fucking talk to me. Why are you talking to me? Anyway, she lies and tells him her name is Bonnie. Because she kind of like trying to blow him off a little bit. Fast forward, she's going to visit her mama so that they could put her mama in a home. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about that. I don't know how y'all feel about putting your mama in a home. Would you put your mama in a home if she had dementia? Would you put your mama in a home? Or would you just say, I'm going to go and I'm going to live with my mama. I'm going to take care of my mama. I'm going to bring my mama with me. I know some of y'all is like, oh, I wouldn't do it. But I think that it would be a lot for me. I think if my mother had dementia, she'd be not so nice. I'm just keeping it 100. Mama, don't be mad if you're watching. It's the truth and you know it. Well, Annalise was going to use the insurance money from the house being burned down to pay for her mom's stint in the home. Come to find out, honey, Sam's sister is contesting the insurance, saying that the house did not belong to Annalise and that she has the right, the money is hers, and that she has the right to the money from the insurance. Now, bullshit, okay? Bullshit. I don't give a fuck if that was your brother. I don't give a fuck if that was your mom in them house and beforehand. When your brother took occupancy of it and it became his home, when I married your brother, bitch, that became my home. Now, if you want to have a conversation, a civilized, decent conversation about what we can do, I'm not unreasonable. We can work things out because I understand the value of the home, the sentimental value of the home. But bitch, if you only trying to destroy me, fuck you and the horse you rode in on, okay? Okay, so because of all of this turmoil, Annalise decides, I'm not going to have a drink. You know, she's a recovering alcoholic. I'm not going to have a drink, but I'm going to call Desmond because he stuck his phone number in my pocketbook. My grandma would say, he stuck his phone number in my pocketbook and I'm going to call him. I call him, I go to his hotel. Now, when I see her do this, I say, you trading one addiction for another. Regardless of what people think, sex is an addiction. It can be very addictive. That's how come people become nymphomaniacs, etc., and all that stuff. Sex is an addiction, especially if it's good sex. If it feels good, baby, it's an addiction. You got to break the addiction like you do any other. Well, when she gets to the hotel, he tells her this bar has great martinis. Well, she's an alcoholic. Can't come for that. I came to fuck. She gets upstairs and he has to take a call. Now, it is a telltale sign when you have to take a call and you go into another room. If it was your daughter Cece, like you said it was, then you would have probably stayed there, had the quick conversation, and went on about your business. But I feel like she did the right thing by getting her shit and getting on, because all she was doing was getting into a world of shit, because he definitely was a little seedy, a little sneaky. Something about him just didn't sit right. Like, I don't know. I don't know. He didn't have no rings on his finger or anything, but I'm with her, and I feel like we're going to see Desmond again, because when she walked out the door, she told him her real name. He's going to find Annalise. Annalise is not a common name. I feel like he's going to find her. Michaela and Asher, an unlikely pair, but I really love their relationship. The fact that Michaela said to him, I think I love you last season, made my heart melt. Like, I was glad to see an interracial relationship happening. Now, I am for black love. I really am. But when black love is not your option, I do not feel like it is that you should be dead set on not being with trying to make something work with someone outside of your race. So we see them, and he has a jealous streak because they in there and the black man is checking her out. She's a cute black thing. Oh, Asia King. I don't know what her second name is, but whatever. She is a cute little thing, and she does what you should do as a woman, as a man. I am going to make sure that my man is secure in our relationship. I'm yours. That's how come people cheat. That's how come people start thinking you cheating. That's how come people get jealous, because they don't feel secure in your relationship. You got to make sure that they know that you mean the world to them. If I feel insecure about something, I'm going to probably seek out and go somewhere else. So make me feel secure. I don't need it, because I'm not that kind of girl. If I feel like you're not for me, or I'm not the one for you, I try my best to bow out gracefully. Sometimes I get caught up, but I try my best at this age to bow out gracefully and not make a fool of myself. Frank and Bonnie. At the end, oh God, I'm so glad that he's almost back to normal, because I hated the look with all his facial hair shaved off. Excuse me, all his facial hair shaved off. I hated it, especially when he was begging for forgiveness and he was doing something with his mouth the last episode. I hated it. Well, we see them looking for a new office for Annalise, and you see Bonnie saying, well, she can't afford that. And you're not really back in yet. She can't afford that, and you really not back in yet. How are you going to pay for it? And it's the money from, of course, that he took from the Mahonies to kill, it was really to kill Annalise, but it ended up killing her baby, that whole thing. And then Bonnie gets a text from Annalise as well. Who did I miss? Laurel got her text, Asher, and no, I didn't miss anybody. So fast forward, we see Annalise and her mom. Her mom's dementia is really bad. Her mom really does not want to leave her home, but her mom keeps having these issues, these reoccurring thoughts about the house being on fire, and her dad, who didn't believe that his brother had molested her, finally comes to terms with it and says that he's sorry that Clyde did that to you. And the mama really don't want to go to the fucking nursing home, and I can understand that, but she has a relapse one in the middle of the night where she's trying to get out the house, and she actually has some incontinence issues. She pisses her panties. Her daughter helps her. That's what we do as daughters. We help clean our moms up, and her mom is like, I guess I do have a problem. I'm gonna go ahead. We can go check them out while you're here. When Annalise goes back home, right? When she gets back to her city, she has a hearing for disbarment. And Bonnie, I'm going to say this because I didn't review it any other season. My thoughts on Bonnie is she's a little insecure. Like, she doesn't really hold the confidence that you need to be the Annalise Keating type of lawyer. She is better at doing the grunge work, the follow-up, the overseer of the students. She is not the forefront. And we saw that in her skills when she was defending Annalise last season for the murder of Wes. And we could see it when she starts talking to the bar. Is that what they're called? I don't know what the hell they're called. But when she starts talking to the panel, I want to say the bar. But when she starts talking to the panel, you could see where she's starting. I mean, her case was good, saying that they felt it was tampered with and blah, blah, blah. And Annalise just kind of cuts in, and she was like, I was drunk. Yes, I was drunk. I shouldn't have been drunk. I've lost everything that I have. A boy that should have been able to count on me. My home, my job, everything is gone. Don't take this from me, too. Give me another chance. I'll do whatever it takes. I haven't had a drink since then. Blah, 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 blah. And we don't see what the outcome is until we see them at dinner. When we see them at dinner, we see Laurel. She walks in last, and she says, I'm sorry that I am late. Looks down, and there's a letter, and she says, what is this? So, and everybody's like, oh, she's not going to tell us. She's not going to tell us, but we're tired of the suspense. Please tell us. And they were like, well, she's all like, we have to eat first. We need to order and eat first, blah, blah, blah. Well, they start looking at the menu, and they say what they're going to eat. And finally, I want to say it was Connor again with his mouth, who really don't want to be part of the group no more, who you see always talking shit about Annalise, was like, what's up? So they're sitting at the table, and they're urging her to say something. So she begins to talk about her hearing to whether or not she's going to be disbarred. And they all get in shock, like, oh my God, you lost your job. So she continues, and she says, no, they're allowing me to get another chance. So next thing you know, they all start celebrating and talking about this, that, and the other. And then Laurel says something about food or something, and she's all like, I'm hungry. I've decided to keep the baby. I'm 4 months pregnant. I got 5 months left. And when she said that, I'm thinking, didn't the bitch just tell her daddy that she lost the baby or that she had an abortion? And her dad was relieved. Like, didn't she just? And so now she's sitting with them, a week later, saying that I was like, I'm so fucking confused. And I even get more confused. That's the thing I love about this show. Like, you think you understand, and then you don't understand what the fuck is going on. So they talk, and finally she cuts him off. And she says, listen, you didn't let me finish. I did get my job back, but in front of you are letters. In front of you are recommendation letters for you guys to be able to get another job. Pretty much, we need to cut our losses and go our separate ways. We don't work well together. This is a clean start, a clean slate, and I want all of us to take it. I was really glad at the recourse that Annalise decided to take. She was like, we have a clean slate. I don't want to continue to drag you down. You want to be like me, Michaela, but look where I've gotten you. Wes is dead. We're missing Wes. I miss him more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna cut our losses so that you guys can excel at what you do best. And I absolutely loved that. They are upset about it. Laurel's out of there first. And then you just start seeing them peel off left to right. Michaela's upset. Connor's all like, what are you upset for? This is what you guys wanted. This is what we wanted, blah, blah, blah. And now we get to get that. But even Connor looks to be disappointed that he won't be an intern for Annalise anymore, right? And you think, where is this going to leave them? Where are we going? Like, the writers are so good. Shonda Rhimes has some great writers on all her shows. Every show that she has ever written or produced or put on air or whatever the fuck she is. I think it's producer or director, whatever, creator, has always had great writers. And this is great too. Like some other shows should take a page from her book. So they all leave and Bonnie looks at Annalise and says, this is the right decision. You made the right decision. And out of Annalise's purse comes a letter for Bonnie, okay? Bonnie is devastated. Annalise just gets up because she knows that Bonnie is going to try and plead her case. Annalise is really a crutch for everybody. For every last one of them, she is a crutch. She is really Mama Bear. So it is like your mama walking away from you and saying, I don't ever want to be with you. Your favorite person, your mentor, whomever, and saying, I don't want to be in your life anymore. Here, I want you to do better without me, even though they thought things were going well, even though they didn't because they were always fighting. So as we see this transition, we start to hear them reading what she said about them in the letters, okay? And I was moved by some of the things that she was saying, like Michaela was fierce, and I wish I had that type of tenacity, and Bonnie, you could count on her, and all this stuff. And you saw Connor Oliver was reading Connor's letter, and Connor was like, oh, she was blowing smoke up our ass. But here we go. There were some things that transpired that had me looking like, oh yeah. Is that what we're doing now? So we saw Annalise go to her new therapist that is appointed by the court, the bar association, that she has to go to, and she's got some stipulations. We see that, and she looks like she's going to handle that well. We also see her move into a single apartment that seems to be nice. It fits her style. It's the same, decor. Are they in Boston? Where are they at? Anyway, the same kind of decor of what she's used to. But here's what we see. We see Bonnie sitting outside what looks like, a court office, a room, or some kind of, public office place. We see Nate come up, and we say, what are you doing here, Bonnie? He says, I have an appointment. When she gets up to go to her appointment, we see that her appointment is with motherfucking Denver. You hear me? I said, bitch, Bonnie, have you lost your motherfucking mind? What are you doing? Are you finna go in there and try and work with the DA? What are you doing? Are you finna go in there and turn over on Annalise? What the fuck are you doing? Are you giving an immunity deal? What the fuck are you doing? Okay, what the fuck, Bonnie? I wanted to jump through the fucking screen on Bonnie. Like, bitch, she saved you and you finna turn your back on her? Like, and of course this is all speculation. You know it's always a twist. But fuck, even in the clips to come forward, we see that it's some shenanigans. So this season is gonna be really good. Another shocker that we saw, number one, she did not want her daddy to go. Laurel, did not want her daddy to go to her apartment because she has moved into Wes's apartment, okay? She's moved in there to be close to him, and she is crazy as fuck. Now, she's sitting there, she's reading hers, and she's reading hers, and hers was also really nice. But she starts to rub her stomach, and you see that there is a baby bump. There's a baby bump there. Like, okay, the bitch is pregnant. Okay, she lied to her daddy. But then they cut to another scene, and you see Frank running down the hospital hall, yelling with Annalise's doctor, her therapist, talking about she's woken up, the drugs have worn off, and she starts talking about her baby. And this was like 3 weeks before. The thing said 3 weeks prior. My baby, where's my baby? Bitch, what the okay, Shonda Rhimes. Like, you done threw me for a goddamn loop. I'm just here to tell you that I'm really excited about this episode, this season. I can't wait to see where we end up. What about you? What did you think about the episode? What did you think about the turn of events with motherfucking Bonnie? What did you think about the shit with Laurel and her dad. And then how do you think the students are gonna end up? Are you excited about this as much as I am, or no? Or no? Let me know down in the comments below. Let's do that thing we do. It's called dialogue. You and I, I talk back, you talk to me, I talk back. And we're gonna review this thing all the way through. If I'm tired with bags under my eyes from coming from my little second job, honey, I'm trying to save up my little coins. Give me some shmoney. Y'all pray for me, okay? Pray for me. I'm gonna pray for you. This shmoney is not gonna run my life, but I do need a little savings, a little something. I need some stacks, okay? Thank you so much for watching my review of How to Get Away with Murder. Season 4, episode number 1. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll see you on the next video.